The Step to the Future founder, Robert van Houten, always had faith in Australian students and their abilities. In the 5 years since his program became a reality, he's seen his faith justified as more and more young Australians take the STEP message to heart. Now, more than ever, he's increasingly confident that Australia has a strong future.
Those who believe that the next generation of Australians don't really know what they want, that they're apathetic, that they don't have any beliefs in themselves, are sadly mistaken, because some of these young people we've met around the country over the last 4 or 5 years make me believe that this country is in very safe hands. And when our generation begins to realize and believe and trust in the next generation, this country will even be greater than it is today.
It's a heartening feeling, he says, given that just a few years ago, he wasn't sure a program like Step to the Future would work at all. He knew students needed something more than traditional teaching was giving, but just what?
What we were necessarily teaching in the classroom and what was happening out in the real world wasn't really matching up. And in some ways, I think I was trying to find ways we could bring reality of what these young people would be facing when they finished formal education and what the real world was going to offer. The good, the bad, the success and the failure.
He soon decided the best way to find out what the students were missing was to go straight to the source and ask them. Organising a student group to talk through what they could do, he found they were as enthusiastic about the idea as he was.
Probably about the second or third meeting with this group, putting a blank piece of paper on a desk when they walked in and simply said, "Where do we go? What do we do?" I didn't want to say I had the ideas, I didn't want the answers, because I think young people today are getting tired of hearing everything coming down and being told what to do. I wanted to give them the opportunity to show us what they could do. And over 4 or 5 months, that committee worked and worked and worked, and Step to the Future was born.
The original student committees quickly made STEP more than the traditional leadership or leaders forum. Instead, the student committees said they wanted a medium for everyone.
Even a few years down the road, we still have struggles in getting that message across to schools all across the country that Step to the Future is not simply for school leaders, but it's for all students. Some schools are starting to get the message. In some cases, we have schools sending 100, 200, 300 students for the day, and it's become the focal point of what that school does over their school year in relation to all students having the chance to go, listen, absorb, be inspired, motivated to make a difference.
The growth of the program and its national expansion in so short a time is a continuing challenge. The sheer size of Australia and diversity of its education systems in things as simple as holiday dates is demanding.
Sometimes I wonder, are we trying to do too much over a short period of time? But the answers always come home every time we hold a forum. And we see the response from the young people who attend, the teachers, the students, the parents, and I realize that probably 25 is still the tip of the iceberg, and I could see 30 or 35 forums, don't ask me how, and still we would be looking for other locations and more people to get involved. So it's difficult, but it's also extremely rewarding.
He freely admits STEP needs more support from schools, partners, universities, corporations, parents, teachers and government if it's to reach all the people it should. The students themselves had to set the admission price, $20, or as one student said, the equivalent of buying a DVD. But they also asked that no strapped-for-cash student should miss out.
The more we travel, particularly to regional and rural Australia, the introduction last year of not only doing a forum in Sydney but going into the western suburbs. There are schools out there that I don't think we realize how tough they're doing it.
The challenge is to get more corporate and government support because there are so many students out there who need to attend.
We should never ever have an empty seat at any location we hold a forum. And if we have to get parents and friends involved, if we have to get local council involved, every student should be there. I am amazed what teachers will tell me leading up to a forum, or that we can't get the kids to attend, or they've come reluctantly. At the end of a forum, I'm equally amazed that 95, 98, in some cases 100% of those evaluation forms, those student emails, the teachers will say, "Thank you." It's the best day of my life. Thank you for caring. Thank you for making a difference. So the support of the community, the support of government, yes, it's allowed us to grow here, but it's nowhere near what we need. We need more support because there are so many students out there that STEP will make a difference in their lives.
And just like the students, Van Houten says he too has been amazed at how much he's learned.
Believe in yourself. Do not let anyone put any roadblocks in any dreams or aspirations you may have. You can make a difference. I have met so many ordinary people who've done extraordinary things in their lives that every one of the people will tell you the same thing. I had a dream, I had a vision, I had an idea, and I had the guts to see it through. Realizing the majority of these dreams will probably go nowhere, but it only takes one dream to last a lifetime. And I would say to them, don't give up on the dream.